The reality is, statistically speaking, your sons being raised by you, the probability is extremely low that they will never become a man.
But they
no
will.
woman can raise
But
a
they
son
will.
into a man.
But they
No.
will. That's like saying no man
Listen.
can raise a girl into a woman.
Oh,
But
Yes, no man can do that. The girl, if the father is smart, he's gonna get the daughters, aunties, any female role models into the daughter's life so that they can help her, shape her into womanhood. The same way a woman cannot raise a boy into becoming a man. The woman, which is the single mom, you're gonna have to find male role models for your son, so that they can shape him into manhood. You cannot do that because you don't know the real experiences of a man.
you gonna say that, but he can
No,
though,
he
right?
definitely can.
He
He
can. I
definitely
bet
can.
he
He
can.
definitely can.
I bet he can.
He definitely
and I
can.
bet my
You
young boy's
guys
gonna
are
be
so
top tier,
sexist.
and
This
there's
is like the
nothing y'all
most-
gonna be
It's
able
not
to do
sexist.
about it.
It's
My young boy's
fact.
gonna be top tier, and that's in them right now.
So you agree with that?
I
I
agree.
agree.
Definitely
I agree with
I
you.
agree.
I
100%
I
agree.
agree.
All right,
Man.
ladies, this is good.
So
Y'all
why are we
speaking passionate.
nurturing this shit and we can't raise a man? We
I'll
can't
tell
raise
you.
agree that
I'll
y'all
answer your
Why
question.
is it
But I
nurturing?
believe
We can't raise the girl.
daughters.
We can't raise the
daughters.
girl. We can't raise the son. We can't help the man. We can't do shit.
No. I believe the woman can raise.
Like what the That don't even make sense. We
Okay.
can't raise the kid. We can't raise
Because
the
we the
daughter.
one
We
that's
can't raise
raising
the
the
son.
kids.
The man.
She's going off, and she's not. And the thing is, other girls don't even agree with her. She's just going off right now.
Can raise the woman,
right.
the son, the daughter,
However,
pay all the bills and do everything. And the
However,
woman
as
is
a
not
female,
capable to do shit.
You talk
Right.
or what should be.
Ladies,
serving
come- listen,
Like, come on,
listen.
stop.
You asked the question. I'm
But
going to
y'all
answer your
gotta
question
stop
because
with
you
that.
just talking too much. I'll
Gotta
let you get
stop
it
with
out.
Massa.
I'll let you
stop
get
with
it out,
that.
but now you're just
Like,
talking too
okay,
much.
stop
And you're
with that.
asking questions where it seems like you truly need answers from because your worldview and your perspective is not in reality. So the truth is, statistically speaking, single mother households leads to degeneracy. Single mother households leads to juvenile delinquents. It leads to more men in prison. It leads to more women on stripper poles. It leads to all the degenerate behavior you see. It leads to gang violence and everything. Well, why are there gangs around? Because there's no fathers around. There were only mothers around. Fathers are the disciplinarians.
That's facts. You guys remember? I don't know if you guys experienced that, but I experienced it. Whenever you did something wrong and your mom or you are not listening to your mom, there's one thing she always said. Let's wait for your father to come back home. And then you would see the kids getting in line. Because you knew your father doesn't play those games. He gives you one slap and you get back in line. So even mothers knew, okay, this kid is not listening to me, especially boys, especially the mother's sons. If they're not listening, if the father is in the house, the mother usually is, I'm going to tell your father, you are not listening. I'm going to tell your father you did ABCD. I'm going to tell your father you were fighting at school. So it's true. The fathers are needed because they're going to hold that son and be like, hey, listen, you have to listen to your mom. And the kids get in line. But if the son knows, it's just because the mothers don't usually get, hands on. Even if they do, when the kid becomes a teenager, the mother can't really spank the son, but the father can really spank the son at any age.
Guess what? You know why? Because children just happen to listen to the father more than they listen to the mother. That's why. Also, when we're having this discussion and you keep looking at things very anecdotally and say that we're speaking specifically about you or anything, no, she's asking these questions and she's posing these questions in general. Like, why do black people in general, right? Then you start bringing other races in there. Let me
why
finish.
don't black
Charlie,
women
let me
in
finish.
general
Listen, Charlie, if you don't,
you can't do that.
Charlie,
That
you
doesn't
keep
make
cutting
sense.
off, you got to go. I'm gonna have to kick you off if you keep cutting off because I let you get it out, but now you are lacking decorum, right? So to explain things to you in more detail, one of the reasons why you can never raise your son into a man is because you are a woman. The only way a boy can become a man is through a father. The other way is discovering it on his own. Most of these men out here that don't have any fathers, They're not real men.
And those are the same men the women complain about. Oh, these men are not leaders, they're not providers, they're not strong. You raised those boys. You raised your sons. So if you're raising your sons that way, you cannot complain about the type of men out here in the streets. So both mothers and fathers are needed.
The ones that are men that don't have any fathers are real men. They discovered it on their own. And guess what? Would you want your son to discover it on his own to become a man? It's a lot of ups and downs because he never had an example to learn from. A wise person learns from other people's mistakes. So the father is there to instill certain things into the son to let him know, like, hey, don't do this because I did those things before. I bumped my head. I don't want you to bump your head. Do you get what I'm saying? You haven't lived the male experience. You lived a female experience, which is much different. The female experience is much privileged. It's more privileged than a man's position. You can go out. You don't have to worry about protecting and really providing. If all came to all, you can just sell your vagina.
She's not gonna like that. She's not gonna like that. I mean, let's see.
From my standpoint, women ain't out here buying. You get what I mean? So guess what? We actually have to go out there and work. This chick is on a stripper pole. Can a nigga get on a stripper pole and make bread like that?
Yes,
No.
Yes,
No,
he
you're
can.
speaking about.
He can get on a stripper pole in gay clubs, but men don't tip men the same way men tip women strippers in where female strippers are.
The exception. I knew y'all was gonna
That was
say
an
that.
exception.
The exception. And guess what? That exception of men that actually go on a stripper pole and dance, they don't even make a fraction of the money that strippers make.
Facts.
So that is a lie. Even the male
a
strippers
lie. Men
don't
make
make that
more.
bread.
That's
They do
actually-
not.
Men do not make male strippers don't make more than female strippers. I don't know which world these women live in.
Not make more.
That's
That is a
cap.
lie. One, there
That's
is.
cap. And this is coming from a dancer.
Yeah, she
that's
knows.
cap.
Men make less.
I know, but I'm just saying that's cap. Maybe
That's-
back like when you were dancing, but like now in today's age, like nah,
Men
that's
make
cap.
less.
You really think?
So, listen, ladies, I'm just giving you some game because before y'all was just speaking nonsense.
Women are more free with their money when they're drinking and having a good time. It's
No, because those same women get the money from men, so they don't spend it just like that. Even if they do, they usually if you guys have seen videos in strip clubs, if a woman is spending money like that, throwing it in strip clubs, there's usually a guy next to her who has the bundles of money. Women don't just get up like men do with bundles of money and then go, spread out in the strip clubs. In fact, if strip clubs depended on women, they would close. They would all close in 1 month.
What's that?
No. That. What are you talking about? There's
You
not
said
there's not a
that
lot of women that want to
men
go.
don't
Stop
make
it.
money
Listen.
stripping,
Yes,
dancing,
what I'm
or shaking
saying
their dick,
is,
whatever they're
Do
doing.
you think? Who do you?
Yes,
who
they
do. You,
do.
So okay. So who do you think are the buyers of sexuality? Who do you think are the consumers of sexuality?
Women.
Are Stop
Men.
speaking. Stop speaking. And listen. Think before you speak. Don't just respond. Think before you speak. Who do you think are the main consumers of sexuality? Men or
Men.
women? If there is men that consume sexuality, obviously the market for women to sell their sexuality is going to be much bigger than the market for men to sell their sexuality. So what I'm saying is facts. You don't have to work. You can sell pussy and still make it. You
In fact, when men are usually selling sexuality, it is to other men, gay men. But even then, there are very few gay strip clubs. There are very few gay clubs. And those gay strip clubs, they don't have money, guys spreading money and carrying bundles of money the way they do in the normal female strip clubs.
You never have to be a bum. Do you see homeless chicks on the street? No. If there's any homeless chick on the street, it's by choice. She don't gotta be homeless. She got a pussy that she can sell. Ain't got dick to sell. It ain't working. So what I'm saying, the male experience is much different than a woman experience. You live life on freaking easy mode. You don't get it. You can't raise no son. It ain't happening. You don't understand the male experience. So you speaking like, well, yeah, I can raise my son into a boy. You're not raising your son into a boy. I'm trying to wake you up and give you the reality that you ain't. So the only thing you can hope for is maybe some nigga that you can bag as a stepfather to raise that for you. And if not, you better hope that God is with your son to raise that to a man. If not, he ain't being no man. He gonna be like all of these other whips that y'all chicks complain about. Sassy boys. Oh, these is feminine. Oh, they're leading me on. They're selling me a dream. They're not being masculine and telling me the truth. He's gonna be like one of those niggas. The that y'all chicks complain about. What are you talking about? You raising a boy into a boy. He will never be a man.
Facts. He was going off. You know, so shout out to No Fugazi. But I think the reason this woman was really pushing back because she's a single mom of a boy. So I can understand how she has the cognitive dissonance of thinking, you know what? I can do it all by myself. Maybe she doesn't even like the father like that. Because usually I've heard before that women can get to hate the father of the kids more than they love the kids. So maybe the reason she's pushing so back so much is because she doesn't like her baby daddy. And she thinks she's going to raise her boy into a man. But we need both men and women. We need both. Kids need both mothers and fathers.